My goodness. How are you? We started off this live off here a las 10 every Monday. Every Monday. So here we are. How you guys doing? Nice to see you. We're chilling. This Monday, we're starting off a little crazy. My week has been nuts. Trying to get my damn computer on. It won't turn on right now. And trying to get this audio going over here. We're in the studio right now. We're in Oakland, California. Once again, this computer is completely dead. So if you're trying to call in, don't call in, please, because the number is not available right now. Do not call in. Still figuring this out. Big week. So was in God damn it. Was in Palm Springs, now in Oakland. All right. Getting started here. I went to the estate sale, the Alameda estate sale. I realized that when I open my restaurant, I think I'm gonna only put in the all the plates and all the silverware, the vessels, tea, coffee, things like that, only from estate sales. Nothing new, everything old, all recycled. The Sucio way. All right. Oh yeah, I think there you go. Figured it out. Boom, microphone set. So I have been in the studio for a long time. Here now, enjoying it. I did a podcast today with Erin Hupp. She gave me a gift. So shout out to Erin Hupp for this gift. I'm going to unbox it at some point during the live here. Again, don't bother calling in right now because the number is, we're not set up right now, all right, to do what we got to do. I got basically two audio systems that I use for the podcast, and right now I'm using a different one from the one I usually use, which I've learned to like plug in to the computer so I can like get the sound, but I haven't quite cracked the other one. So there it is. Just gonna go ahead and close this and just stay away from that. Big things though. Wanted to go through the James Beard list. Shout out to all the winners. Before I talk about the list and who's on it and all that, I just want to say that we should not shame people for winning these awards. All right, it takes the meaning away from James Beard, right? When we're hating on people that got it, because some people, unsuspectingly get it. Not everybody, obviously. Most apply, but that doesn't mean that that you're doing a bad thing. You're trying to put the asses in the seats. You're trying to feed your kids. You're trying to make people know about your business and all that. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I used to get angry at that kind of stuff, but I think the people that get angry about that kind of stuff are the people who have never gotten one, right? And then you say, well, I should get one because of this. Just if it's not important to you, then why are you upset that you didn't get one? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. We got the computer on over here. We're gonna be able to talk pretty soon here on Sucio Talk. Google Voice is what I use. That's the number. None of you called during the week, though, so I will just shame you for that. But regardless, this is Sucio Talk, episode 122. I just did episode 1. Let's see, what was it? 120, which was the live. 121 was Miguel Aguilera. Miguel Aguilera is a sous chef at Yangban LA. I was down there. I got to do a podcast in the space. That's, again, the coolest part about this podcast is you get to chill out in those spaces when no one else does, right? And it was cool talking to him. He was right place, right time, definitely in his career a lot of times. He put the work in for sure, opened restaurants, and it's cool to see somebody that was already an executive chef go back to being a sous chef. Or, when I talked to Chef Kat about him, she mentioned that he wanted to start from the bottom, and I think that that's important. So shout out to Miguel Aguilera. He was on the show. The show is out now. Go on Spotify. Leave a 5-star review if you can. Go on, what is it? YouTube is not up yet. It will be. Then I did Chef Into at Joe's Modern Thai in Oakland. Joe's Modern Thai in Oakland. Joe's Modern Thai is a delicious restaurant. Shout out to Into on her take on Thai cuisine. She calls it not authentic. I like that. She's like, look, it's not authentic. It's my take on it. I got a lot of different chefs that I learned from, different techniques, different style, different flavors, right? It is Thai food. It's just a little bit of a different take on it. So you can't go in there and be like, this is not authentic, right? Because chances are it probably isn't. She says she's having fun running a business, which is not what you hear usually, right? So shout out to her for being honest and laying it all out there. I'm truly blessed to have people on the podcast that want to, lay it all out there, be personal, let me in their space, whether it's their restaurant, their home, their studio. Speaking of studios, I was in Aaron Hupp's studio today. Aaron Hupp Studios. Cool pottery studio. So check it out. I'm going to do an unboxing. She gave me this gift today. We did the podcast earlier. Very well wrapped, as she's a mother, right? She gave me a piece of toast with peanut butter on it. It was delicious, like cinnamon raisin swirl. Couldn't say no. She offered it to me. So, boom, right here. See that? Bam. Aaron Hupp Ceramics in my home. Beautiful plate. It's got a rugged little rim on it, but the inside is, these are all handmade, guys. She makes these all by hand, one by one. So if you go to a restaurant that features Aaron Hupp Ceramics, like Californios, Hilda and Jesse, right, you'll see some pieces that are from her that are all handmade, one by one. Look at that with the Aaron Hupp stamp on it. This is some quality craftsmanship right here. It means a lot. You hear that sound right there? That. Oh, yeah. Some ASMR. Here we go. All right. So thank you, Aaron Hupp. Once again, Aaron Hupp Ceramics, one of the coolest ceramicist or ceramist, you can say also, in the Bay Area, doing it big for everybody out here in the Bay. So the best plate I've ever seen is the one that she did for Pasta Bar with that red and black color. And I'll give you a little preview. She was talking about the fact that it came about differently because usually it's here's the plate, now think of the dish, and this one was here's the dish, now think of the plate. You know what I mean? It might have been the other way around. I might have fucked that up, but it's okay. That's a more reason for you to listen to that episode. That's probably number 124, 124, right? If this one's 122. So 124, that's going to be from Aaron Hupp Ceramics, making cool plates with passion, one by one in her studio. Shout out to her for letting me in her space, set up and do all that. It was cool. I'll say it again, that's the best part about the show. You get to see different spaces and different times, and when the work's not happening in a place where a lot of work happens, the energy is still left in there, and you get to kind of experience that without the people cutting through that energy. Okay? So shout out to Aaron Hupp, Chef Into, Chef Michael Aguilera. I'm working Coachella. I got some homies. Chino Grande's crew is going to be over there, Piglet SF. They just let me know they're going to be over there. I might need to use that walk-in for storage. You know what I mean? Depending on the space we get. But all good, This week, going back down, finishing the last of my days in the desert. Then coming back up here and seeing what's good in the scene. Again, trying to get back in the game. Chefing out here, see what happens. And what I've been doing is sending myself messages on the hotline. So keep sending them. I might play this. Oh damn! I think that was on the Bluetooth. You can't even hear that. Not that you guys are gonna hear it, but it's crazy. Anyways, Chang Silave, what's up? You chef out in L.A. I've been trying to get you on the show, man. What's going on, Chef Chang? Gonzalo Sauce, what's up? How you doing? Let's see. What did Napa Roscoe say? Establishing categories and trying to stay within so ridiculously bad for the scene. I miss you too, Chang. I haven't seen you in a while. Last time I saw you, we were riding those electric scooters around L.A. Shout out to you. That was a good memory I have of... My phone's doing this weird thing when it goes to black and white. Well, not this weird thing. I let it happen. I made this setting happen. And it's all gray, black and white, takes over the screen. So I'm kind of looking at myself in color and then black and white, and it's kind of freaking my eyes out. But shout out to Chef Chang, down in L.A. Hell yeah, I will connect, Chef Chang. I want to have you on the show. I want to have everyone on the show. I got 3 interviews tomorrow, guys. 3 podcasts. What's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Chad the Filipino. All right, he's coming up in here. We got Salasi Datsi, ex-chef of High Felicia Supper Club. Wrote a couple articles for Eater, and now she is an ambassador chef for James Beard. So definitely excited to have her on. We've been talking a long time about having her on. So let's see what happens. Then Chad the Filipino, video creator. Excited to have him on as well. Shout out to Ask JG. Asks JG. He's always checking out the show and digging the art and the new Reels system that's been going on cast, and trying to schedule some more. I got Colossus Bread down in Long Beach that I still got to talk to. Jen Yee down in California that I still got to talk down in LA that I still got to talk to. Jeremy Fox, I've reached out to him a couple times, talked to him about the podcast. He said when he's ready, he'll let me know. Same with Sean Brock. So I'm excited to grow this thing and talk to people that aren't on other podcasts, but also talk to people that were on other podcasts and just kill it. You know what I mean? Kill it out here. Pizza. My schedule was full, but when I come back up here, definitely after Coachella, which I can't wait to work. I never been attended a festival like that. I've only done like what do you call outside lands. I was Supper Club, so shout out to them. Shout out to Chef Mikey Woods out at Tribune, and shout out to Chef Swoop doing his thing. All the chefs in the Bay Area that don't have restaurants that are somehow still afloat is like insane to me. So it's a tough job, when you got no restaurant space, trying to be out here doing events. So I hope everybody out there is winning. Okay. I'm definitely winning in the food podcast zone. Looking for sponsorship. I got my deck. My deck's coming along. All right, we're going to do 3 tiers of sponsorship, starting at a G, then 3 Gs, then 5 Gs. All right, which gets you an assorted array of perks. All right, this is a perk investment, not I will get more money out of my money investment. That will come later. Right now, trying to grow the show, trying to get more content out there, trying to travel more so I can see more, talk to more people. Milwaukee, I want to come there. Analysts out there, you got chef's name, but the last dinner that I ate at Meadowood before it tragically burned down was that guy. So every time I talk about Meadowood, I have to say before it burned down. Well, David, the kitchen wasn't there after it burned down. Now was it? No, it wasn't. But like I said to Chef Costa, nobody died. So water break. Walrus and Carpenter in Seattle. Tell me this though, don't they have a Walrus and Carpenter in I believe they have a Walrus and Carpenter in Connecticut. I'm pretty sure. Connecticut. All right, let's see. In Connecticut, they have a Walrus and Carpenter. Walrus and Carpenter. Seattle is the only one. Brady. Isn't Brady part of Tomo? Brady part of Tomo, Seattle? Does he have 2 restaurants? Who's the chef of Tomo? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a fucking Walrus and Carpenter in Connecticut. Definitely not the same, but let's see. Connecticut. Walrus and Carpenter, Connecticut. Let's see, Walrus Alley. Let's see. Neighborhood Place. Oh, no. It's Seattle, baby. Every time you hit it, it's Seattle. Maybe the Walrus and the Carpenter. I think I went to a place named Walrus Plus Carpenter. There's always these weird. Now I just got walruses on my screen. All right, anyway, let me forget about that. But yeah, Chef Brady was the last one to cook at Meadowood when I ate there. Shout out to him. Shout out to the American dollar losing value. Very fun news for everybody. Love it. So cool. Yeah, it definitely is nuance. I find that you can open pretty much the same business name anywhere in different state if it's not the same. And I mean, there's a bunch of Susios. I've looked online. There's more Susios than just me. How am I gonna become like Pitbull? Where when I say Pitbull, you didn't think of the dog, you thought of the DJ. Never enjoyed Pitbull's music. I'm sure I've been in the club while something was playing, but I don't know. Walrus and Carpenter, Seattle. Brady, Ishikawa. Again, I'm trying to talk to Coleman Griffin out in Restaurant Sour. We're trying to link up on that. We will link up on that at some point. I think he's doing a dinner with Chef Costa at some point. Keep saying at some point. Stop saying that. Hey! You know what's cool is to this day, I still get the 4-star seafood email. And today, 3 hours ago, they have chef curated Easter ham sale at 4-star. They should be paying me for this advertisement. Get up to 20% off. Chefs, whoever ordering for 4-star in the Bay Area, you get up to 20% off. That ends tonight. Shop like a chef this Easter and get 20% off on our 2 very special premium ham options from Journeyman Meat Co. and Berkshire Hogs. Damn. Berkshire. I prefer Berkshire. Scrandal. Rochester, stand up. What up, chef? Chef of Red. What does your name mean? What does Scrandal mean? Matthew Tinder, what do you mean by cologne? What does cologne mean? Please fill me in. So 4-star seafood, they got this ham. It looked like they made it themselves. It's on a half sheet tray. Looked like they smoked the Berkshire Hogs themselves. I like the initiative, chef. Ooh, look at this with the fucking vegetables over here looking better than green leaves. Oh, shots fired. If you get produce in San Francisco or the Bay Area and it's not from the farmer's market and it better not be from Greenleaf, it should be from Cook's. All right, Rick Tambari, stand up. My boy Rick Tambari is probably up right now. This motherfucker works from like midnight to 7. Answers the phone when you get out of work and you're trying to talk to somebody about vegetables. Always down to talk about vegetables. Brings new vegetables all the time. Rick Tambari, the man. That's a good idea, bro. That's a good idea. I'm going to take these ideas and I'm going to apply them, okay? But when I'm ready to, when I get a little bit more stable, which will be in about a month, and then we'll be able to nickname from high school. Who knows? Too much weed with the homies I get. Well, yeah, I get it. That Scrandal, nickname from high school. Maybe his middle name is Randall. But Pizza Man 420 says, Susio, you got to stream your screen on these shows so we know we can follow your random thought thread. If you follow the show on YouTube, but like I said, tonight's a weird night. We don't have the hotline set up or anything. Couldn't set up the phone for it, so no worries there. We'll do it next week. You know, I'm not bummed out. Love Cooks, Rick Tambari, the man. Does anybody know where Paula Linton is? And does anybody know if that English accent is fake? That's what I want to know. Greenleaf. I mean, you're doing the best you can. I love you. All the people that work in that warehouse. I'm not talking shit about Greenleaf. Like, you know, well, yeah, I am talking shit about Greenleaf. But not about you. All right? It's all the system we live in. So what are you going to do? I learned today that Fruit Loops were illegal in other countries because they're so bad for you. And here I am sucking them down, you know? So just trying to make the positive. Cooks all day, that's right. Or if you're fancy, feed Sonoma. But their cutoffs be like 3 in the morning on the second Sunday of the month. And you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to remember that? You can't even like calendar for it, you know? So feed Sonoma, but they had some chronic produce over there. So shout out to them. I used to order fish from Water to Table. Water to Table were the people that I always ordered fish from in the Bay Area. Ben Spiegel. Paula Linton wouldn't leave you alone at Red or Redwood. No, she'd be coming in. She'd be coming in and be like, yo, chef, we got these berries, these summer berries. And I'll be like, it says Driscoll on the fucking box. These are not special. You know? Trying to pass off this non-special fruit that you then see at the store at Whole Foods. You know, Dan Parisi, what's up, man? He's the man right here in Marin. Yo, I'm looking for some podcast sponsorship, all right? Shameless right now. Let's go, Bo. It was always mandarin. Yeah, always some weird-ass fruit with stickers on it from the supermarket trying to sell it off as if it was produce from the goddamn farmer's market. Show you mandarins and then give you cuties when you ordered them. You know? These people. So, what is it called? Lindsay at 4-star. Shout out to Lindsay at 4-star. I'm not sure who that is, but that's the person who emails. New arrival, top highlights. So you should see the pictures of these ramps. I should stop saying that because then you guys are going to get pissed off that you can't see them. Wild ramp, sustainably raised kampachi, Big Glory Bay King salmon, forbidden fruit blueberries, green broccolini, fresh mushrooms. Damn, they ain't wrong. They got skate fillet, sea bream. I've seen these organic blueberries before. Big Glory Bay King salmon. Looks very nice. Who's your photographer? Kampachi fillet looks good. Purple broccolini. Mushroom medley. It's cool. So I still get those just to feel alive, you know, because I'm not a chef anymore. So I'm like, well, at least I know where the fish is, you know. Other than that, purveyors in the Bay Area. Sarah Poirier of she used to own Sonoma Organics. That was fire. I think it's a weed farm now, but shout out to them for growing weed. Charlie worked at that farm, I think. No, I don't think he did. So there's that. Doing all that shit over there. The purveyors of... I was talking also to Chef Into about the farmers markets. And she was saying... she was naming a few that you don't really hear about. Like the one in Berkeley. Hey, there she is, Chef Into. What's up? Just on the show. Comes out Wednesday at 12 p.m. It comes out, the show. Cocinero de Cocina, what's up? Shout out to you. Over there. Yo. Crazy. I've been watching Top Chef, the last season. It's pretty good. And then again, we're going to talk about James Beard, a finalist 2023. The list of nominees was fucking insane. But this is going to be a lot shorter of a list. Okay? A lot of restaurants pissed off that they weren't included. A lot of articles written about how chefs were pissed off that they didn't get included, or how if you don't get a James Beard, your restaurant is less than. Shame on you for writing that article. Okay? It's fucked up. You're putting people out of work over here. So 2023 James Beard Awards Restaurant and Chef Finalistas. And I read... Today, the James Beard Foundation announced its slate of finalists for its 2023 Restaurant and Chef Awards, in addition to revealing who has advanced from the semifinalist pool revealed last month. The found 6 recipients of the organization's leadership of the Humanitarian Award, and that cookbook author Madhur Jaffrey would be honored with this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. Fuck yeah, bro. Can you... They join the America's Classics winners for 2023, which were announced in February. This is the second award season to reflect changes made in the wake of an extensive 2021 audit to address the long-standing biases baked into the awards process. New awards categories including Emerging Chef Award without an age cutoff, as well as regional best chef categories that now include separate awards for California, Texas, and New York in hopes of recognizing a broader geographic range of winners. Voting is also different than it was before the 2020 hiatus, with prior winners, a group that skews white and male, no longer being automatically included in the voting body that determined who moved from the semifinalist to the finalist list below, and from there, who wins. The voting body has also expanded beyond traditional food media. The stated goal in 2021 audit was also to have at least 50% of committee members and judges be people of color for the 2023 awards. Okay. Media nominees, including everything from cookbooks to podcasts to TV shows, will be revealed on April 26. Eater will update the list below accordingly. The award ceremony will take place in Chicago on June 5th. All right, you hear that? Crazy shit. So, we out here. We got the 2023 James Beard Awards audited for being racist. Somebody said James Beard was gay. Is that true? Can somebody look that up? Was James Beard gay? Nothing wrong with it. Just want to know. So, let me tell you something about this audit. I love it. All right? It's good that we did it. But we can't sway too far to the other side, because then it would make us the same as the evil that we're fighting. Okay? So please make sure that we are educating and not tearing down and being insensitive. Okay? Now, I did see that last year was the year of the black and brown chef, right? This year as well, but I definitely, there was more Asian restaurants this year than there was last year. And I love that they're including everyone, but it seems like they're like, okay, so we did the black and brown people last year. Now we're going to do the Asians. Next year we're going to do Indian people. You know what I mean? So that kind of makes it weird. But who's to say? How do you fix generational racism? Nobody knows. Okay? At least they're trying, right? That's what I like. I thought that when they did ask Ban Zhuang to join and to try to help them with this effort, and he said no, that's kind of a cop-out, man. You can't. Obviously, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. This is my opinion here. I just think you need to bless people with education no matter how ignorant they are. Okay? 2023, James, 2023, 2023. James Beard Awards Restaurant Chef Finalist. Okay, here we go. Outstanding Restaurant, Copine in Seattle, Cora Cora in West Hartford, Connecticut. What up, Connecticut? Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Philly, Lucia in Dallas, Mitas, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'll tell you what, next week on Sucio Talk Live, every Monday at 10, I'll go through these restaurants in a little bit more detail. All right? Outstanding Restaurateur, Brandon Grostowski, Edwin's Leadership and Restaurant Institute, Greg Dulin, Dulin Soul Food, Dulin on Crenshaw, Dullinville, okay, Los Angeles. Aaron Hoskin, Sarah Simmons, Ellie Ego, City Great Hospitality Group, Yenvi and Kyun Pham, Fabak, Sup Shop, Pacific Standard Time, Oh, that's good. Pacific Standard Time for a pho restaurant? Bro, that's good. And The Boat in Seattle. Got Ellen Yin, High Street Hospitality, Fork, a Kitchen Plus Bar, High Street Philly, and others in Philly. Okay, here we go. Outstanding Chef Rachel Miller, Nightshade Noodle Bar, Lynn, Massachusetts. Nikki Nakayama. Damn, Nikki Nakayama still winning awards over here. Outstanding Chef Los Angeles. Eric Ramirez, Yama Inn. Yama Inn. Brooklyn, New York. Rob Rubba. Oyster, Washington, D.C. Hajime. Emerging Chef. Damar Brown, Virtue, Chicago. Rashida Holmes, Bridgetown, Roti, Los Angeles. Serene Mabay. Shout out to Serene Mabay. You know he's going to win this shit. Why? Because he was on Susu Talk podcast. I told y'all before. We only got winners on this podcast. Serena Bay, the Carnola. Shout out to you. New Orleans, Louisiana. Charlie Mitchell, Clover Hill, New York. Shout out to him. I'm reading this off of Eater right now. Okay, so I want you guys to know that I am reading this off of Eater. So let's hope that they are correct with this list. They definitely are. They have way more bodies than I do to throw at this. So, but I think we need to tip the hat right now to Charlie Mitchell. I should have definitely shouted this out before. He is the first black Michelin-starred chef in New York City. Okay. Big shout out to him. It's a lot. It's a big award. It means a lot. All right. Don't let these fools out here say Michelin stars don't matter, bro. It's because you never had one, son. And it's because you never will. All right. But if you want a Michelin star, you must wish upon a star. No. Best new restaurant. Causa, Washington, D.C. Department of Culture, New York. Don Artemio, Fort Worth, Texas. I keep seeing Fort Worth, Texas come up, guys. You look at that as the next food destination or what? People don't know about that. Fort Worth, Texas. Probably ruining right now. Con, Portland, Oregon. Lupian, Edis, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Neng Juniors, Asheville, North Carolina. Nolia, Cincinnati, Ohio. Obelix, Chicago, Illinois. Restaurant Beatrice, Dallas, Texas. Tatemo, Houston, Texas. Mexican restaurants winning as well. Take that back. Maybe they aren't compartmentalizing. Maybe they aren't doing it so rigid as I mentioned before. Again, see, when I'm wrong, baby. That's it. Can't fake it. Outstanding hospitality, the Black Cypress in Pullman, Washington. Bottega Birmingham, Alabama. Lula Drake in Columbia, South Carolina. The Quarry in Munson, Maine. And then we got Sepia in Chicago. Shout out to them. Outstanding wine and other beverage programs. All right. Cote, New York. Outstanding wine and other beverage programs at Cote, New York. Shout out to Federico McMaster. Lazy Bear, San Francisco. Still haven't figured out who said that shit about them on the hotline. Nancy's Hustle in Houston, Texas. Ototo in Los Angeles. Nobody tell that chef what Ototo means in Puerto Rican Spanish. Spencer, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Outstanding wine and other beverage program. Outstanding bar. Bar Leather Apron, Honolulu, Hawaii. Drastic Measures, Shawnee, Kansas. Garagiste, Las Vegas. They always got to have some weird-ass name in Las Vegas. Las Ramblas, Brownsville, Texas. Rob Roy in Seattle. That's outstanding bar. Outstanding pastry chef or baker. Veronica Balkema, Veronica's Pastry Shop in Billings, Montana. Elaine Bentz, Cafe Mochico, Cincinnati, Ohio. Vince Bugtong, sick name. Veridian, Oakland. He's from here, dog. Veridian. Check it out. There's just so many fucking chefs to remember, guys. All right, I can't remember them all. You know, you got to help me out here. We got Z Cafe Ceres in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Outstanding Bakery. Angelo Brancato Ice Cream and Confectionery in New Orleans, LA. La Casita Bake Shop in Richardson, Texas. Culuntu Bakery in Dallas, Texas. Yoli Tortilleria in Kansas City, Missouri. Zach the Baker in Miami, Florida. Leadership Awards. Jim Embry, Sustainable Communities Network, Slow Food USA. Valerie Horn, Kane Kitchen, Cowan Community Center, and City of Whitesburg Farmers Market. Savonala, Savi Horn, Land Loss Prevention Project, Ira Wallace, Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, Rowan White, Sierra Seeds, Emerging Leadership, the Burgerville Workers Union. Best Chefs by Region. Best Chef California. Here we go. Best Chef California. We got, what do we got? Gilberto Cetina Jr., Holbox, Los Angeles. Kyle and Katina Connaughton, Single Thread. Brandon Hayato Nalate. Justin Bichetrunsky. Anna Jack Tai. Ooh, I heard that shit was bomb. Carlos Salgado. Taco Maria. Costa Mesa. Best Chef, Great Lakes. Omar Anani. Trois. Davida Boldin. Mi Tocaya Antojeria, Chicago, Illinois. Tim Flores and Jeannie Kwan, Kasama, Chicago, Illinois. Andy Holiday, Selden Standard, Detroit, Michigan. Sarah Welch, Marrow, Detroit, Michigan. Best Chef, Mid-Atlantic. Jesse Ito, Royal Sushi. Dionisio Jimenez, Cantina La Martina, love it, Philadelphia. Kate Lasky and Thomas Sun Taranon Calaya in Philly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Francesco Mangano, Osteria Papavero, Madison, Wisconsin. What's up with Madison, Wisconsin having some good restaurants? See, I like these food towns popping up all over the place. So it's going to be cool to see what restaurants happen in the future, what kind of fusions go down now that everybody's mixing it up. David Utterback, Yoshitomo, Omaha, Nebraska. Then we got Best Chef Mountain. Salvador Alamilla, Amano, Caldwell, Idaho. Michael Diaz de Lequin, Boise, Idaho. Isaba Maza, Salt Lake City. Best Chef, New York State. Nasim Alikani. Brooklyn. Mary Attia, The Musket Room, New York. I already said New York State. Hudson, New York. Yeonjong Park, Atomics, New York. Of course he always wins. He always wins. But you know why? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Best Chef Northeast. Shout out Connecticut. We got Valentine Howell of Grassy in Boston, Mass. Christian Hunter, Community Table, Washington, Connecticut. What up, Connecticut? Sherry Net Sly Fox Den 2, Charleston, Rhode Island. What up, Rhode Island? Yisha Siu, Yunnan Kitchen. Boston, Massachusetts. Renee Tuponce, The Port of Call, Mystic, Connecticut. Okay? Mystic, Connecticut. What you know about Mystic, Connecticut? That's where Julia Roberts used to work. Okay? Then we got Best Chef Northwest and Pacific, Joshua Dorsack, Moss, Ashland, Oregon. Vince Nguyen, Burlew, Portland, Oregon. Thomas Pisha Duffley, Gado Gado, Portland, Oregon. Bo Schooler, Boca Alupo, Juneau, Alaska. Juneau. Aaron Versosa, Archipelago, Seattle, Washington. Best Chef Southeast, Sam Ford, Tuk Tuk, Sri Lankan Bites, Lexington, Kentucky. Josh Habigger, Bastion in Nashville, Tennessee. Sam Hart, Counter, Charlotte, North Carolina. Terry Covada, The Deer and the Dove, Decatur, Georgia. Paul Smith, 1010, Bridge, Charleston. Good Lord, we're still going here. Best Chef South, Ana Castro, Lengua Madre. Timothy Hansas, Johnny's Restaurant. Alex Perry and Kumio Mori. Henry Mosso, Kabuki Sushi. Natalia Vallejo, Cocina al Fondo. Natalia Vallejo, Cocina al Fondo. Puerto Rico on the map. All right. First female Puerto Rican chef to get even nominated or to the finals. Dog. You got to shout it out. So, Cocina al Fondo, Natalia Vallejo doing some pretty cool shit. Shout out to Juan Jose Cuevas out there. Then we got Best Chef Southwest. Oscar Amador and Francesco Di Caudo, Anima by Ido, Las Vegas. Kauro Azushi, Kaizeki Yuzu, Las Vegas. Andrew Black, Gray Sweater, Oklahoma City. Jeff Chancalung, Maderlao Kitchen, Oklahoma City. Justin Pioche, Pioche Food Group, Upper Fruitland, Dulcay, Navajo Nation, baby. And then Best Chef Texas. Here we go. Raina Dong, Sandwich Hag, Dallas, Texas. Benchawang, Jab Thong, Painter, Street to Kitchen, Houston, Texas. Emiliano Marentes, Elamy, El Paso, Texas. John Russ, Clementine, San Antonio, Texas. Ernest Cervantes and David Kirkland, Burnt Bean Company, Seguin, Texas. There we go. There's another article that came out that said that they didn't pick anybody to win from Austin. You know, look, it doesn't mean that your restaurant wasn't necessarily bad. You know, does it mean it wasn't necessarily great either? It could. I don't know. I don't work for James Beard. I'm not sure how these things work. But maybe they should have me work there. You know what I'm saying? So you come into your restaurant, you think he's just having a good time. Meanwhile, I'm writing shit in my notebook to take back to Mr. James Beard himself. Talk about it. So shout out to the finalists, and then shout out to the James Beard list that's coming out in the future. Faster than a cheat on cocaine. So you can check out the winners of that. Congratulations. Can't wait to see that whole thing break out in Chicago. And I need to get my press pass so I can go there. And people be like, why are you here as a press person? I'll be like, yo, I'm Sucio Talk Podcast. All right. I do pressers, son. That's what I do. So here we are every Monday live at 10 p.m. All right. I'll change the show around when I get a little bit more stable. Maybe who knows? Here we go. That's what we do. So working on sponsorship, working on getting more guests to you guys. I had to build momentum this week. Get a lot of guests on so I can build up some podcasts and build up some content to put out before I put out the podcast. It's easy to fall behind if you're not doing the shows all the time, you know. So the guest shows and really great conversations this week from passionate people that, love the art of food and all things around food, and just loving food, loving food. Sometimes not so great, but most times it's pretty good. In other news, WWE just sold to UFC for 21 billion. 21. So I can't wait to see what comes out of this. Probably some new extreme combat sports coming out of that. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll just have to tune in and see. Keep watching the world as it turns, as it burns. It burns as it turns. That's the world right now. Stay safe out there. Be calm. Be courteous. Thanks to all the guests that are on the show that are honest and willing to talk about things that a lot of people aren't willing to talk about. Being honest with me about anything they feel about the show. Still working on production of things, so bear with me, guys. It's gonna get better, all right, as I grow this podcast into different markets. Live shows is still a dream of mine. Definitely gonna make those happen. I'll let you guys know when that happens, and when it does, I want to see you there. I'll see you there. It's gonna be merch. It's gonna be drinks. It's going to be food. There's going to be good conversation. Good conversation. Also, getting into podcast managing, right? I got all the equipment. You're in the Bay Area. You want to start a podcast? Let's go. All right? There's a lot of food podcasts out there, but there's not a lot of food podcasts that are willing to go to where I'm going, and that's everywhere. All right. If you got a podcast and you do it locally in your town, I'm coming to your town and I'm doing podcasts with the same people you did podcasts with. And we'll do dueling podcasts. And that competition, that will be good for your brand. It'll be good for my brand. We're going to stop being so damn nice to each other sometimes. I know I spent the entire show telling you how you should be nice to people. But in terms of competition, you must be ruthless. Respectfully aggressive. Okay? And I'm glad that I got my logo behind me. As you can see, it's a nice canvas back in the studio. Oakland. I missed it, but also I didn't miss it. I didn't miss the potholes. They're just stopped fixing these fucking things. Now they just spray paint them white around the edge. And then that's just supposed to deter us from stopping, from getting in there. I say we just lean in and you pave them rounded like that. That way your car shakes a little bit, It'll take out a lot of cars we don't need on the road. You know what I mean here in the Bay Area. You be watching some cars drive and you're like, how is he not getting pulled over? He's got like 45 garbage bags coming out of his car, It just is that shit, man. There's a lot of people living in their cars in my neighborhood. It's all good, though. Don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know what I mean? WrestleMania this past weekend. I need to watch it, and then I can let you guys know what I think. I watched it a little bit. I know Logan Paul is in WWE. I think he's about to exit because he's a terrible human being. So shout out to Logan Paul for being a terrible fucking human being. And Dan. And then Bad Bunny was there. Snoop Dogg was there. So as you know, a lot of celebrities do WrestleMania. It's always a spectacle. It's like a large circus. And Been watching that shit since fucking 1996, 94 maybe. But it's the first thing that me and my cousins, who at the time spoke English and I only spoke Spanish, could connect through. And that's the cool thing about movies and art and books and things like that, is that no matter what your life is like, you can still be into the same things that somebody's into. That life is completely different than yours. All right, and that truly is the essence of la vida. I'm going to start doing some more Lex Friedman style intros into the show, letting you guys know what's up with the guest. Still trying to figure out like an intro thing. I'm not trying to freak the guest out by doing the big intro and screaming like, welcome everybody to Sucio Talk. This shit scares the fuck out of them. But we shall see. So bless you guys. 31145 510-463-1145. You can call, text, leave a message. Also, looking for that sponsorship. All right. Do you want to become an executive producer of Sucio Talk? You yourself can. Send me a DM. Send me an email. chef@suciotalk.com. Let me know how you would like to help Sucio Talk. Why is he talking like that? I don't know. Sucio Talk. You got to have fun with it, guys. Can't take yourself too seriously. All right? It's serious, but it's not serious. And that is truly the essence of life. It gives you shit when it shouldn't, and it takes stuff away when it shouldn't. And that's just the way it is. So with that Sucio sentiment, I like that. With that Sucio sentiment, I leave you. I bid you adieu. Everybody have a good night. Whatever you're doing out there, scrubbing the kitchen down. Scrub harder, chef. Get the gaskets. All right? You should be able to eat off those motherfuckers. If you are working in the kitchen and you can't eat off the gaskets, you should be ashamed of yourself. All right? It's coming directly from Uncle Sucio. Also, talking about Uncle Sucio, big congratulations to Tyler Vorse and LaToya having their first child. I was able to do the food for their wedding, and super proud of my boy who's about to be a dad. So shout out to Dadville. Can't wait to see how I can help with that. Maybe babysit a little bit, maybe fucking not. And yeah. Fucking great time, good food, good people. Next Sucio Talk will be into next week. On Monday, we'll drop the other three. That's Chad the Filipino. Maybe not. Maybe I'll hold one back. I don't know. It's not like, look, if I put them out, you guys don't fucking listen to them. You guys are like, well, don't worry. I'll listen to them on my own time because they're all here. Just like when they put a whole TV show. You can choose not to watch it. But you choose to. Okay? That is the live this week Sucio Talk podcast. Peace out. SucioTalk.com. Go there. Buy some merch. All right? Other than that, peace out.